Welcome everyone to day 3 of our challenge, our third and final day together. I hope that you have become crystal clear on your superpower, your expertise, what is going to make you move from where you are now to a category of 1, to the unicorn in your industry. Now you have really established your key foundational pieces. What kind of content are you going to create? What content do you already have that you could add in? What could you repurpose? Now is the time for implementation. I want you to look at 2 or 3 different platforms: School, Kajabi, Kartra, ClickFunnels, Go High Level. Play around with the free trials, upload some of your content and see what it looks like. See how it feels for you. You want it to be so user-friendly for your audience. You want them to be able to really jump in there and dive around to the different pieces of content. Something I want you to consider: when you are the organization and you're paying someone $100K to purchase a 12-month license to their content, you don't want it to be complicated. You don't want to do something like Slack or another software company does, where they have to pay per user, or make it complicated with only a certain amount of users at a time. Make it so easy. One login. Everyone at their organization has access, and make the content something that they can digest whilst in the workplace. Organizations aren't paying you high ticket so their people can sit at their desk and watch a 3-hour masterclass series or listen to a 60-minute podcast episode. It needs to be short. It needs to be quick. It needs to be something that enables them to either get a quick win, like to really understand how they're feeling in that moment and how they can overcome that. Let's say you have a platform on teaching everyone at the organization to be a more confident public speaker. Somebody's just about to go in and do a presentation or a pitch deck. They're feeling nervous, they're trepidatious about what's going to happen. They just jump onto your platform, log in, pop their earphones in, their AirPods in, and they listen to a 7-minute visualization, a 7-minute affirmation or manifestation, a 7-minute pump up, let's go, you've got this. They don't want that person, before they're walking into that meeting, into that pitch deck, listening to a 90-minute audio. That's one of the big mistakes I see in this space. Keep everything short, everything simple. None of my content within my masterclasses take more than 27 minutes. I have some masterclasses that are 12, 15, 20 minutes, nothing more than 27 minutes. So at one time, someone in the organization can go through that piece of content and get a quick win, a tip, a strategy, something to do in that moment. So I want you to really think deeply into that, and that's where repurposing your content is going to come in so beautifully. So you're in Kajabi. You're in Go High Level. Let's start uploading some of your content. Let's see how it looks. As you're doing this, this is when I want you to start thinking about the name of your platform, because you're seeing it in front of you. It's almost like you have these names for your kids. My husband and I did this with all 3 of our kids. We had a few names we liked for boys and girls. We didn't find out, so we had both. Excuse me. And after each one was born, we kind of just looked at each other and every single time said the same name. We just knew that's their names. That's what we wanted to call them. We had other names. you are birthing your platform the same way. Once you've got some content up there, start feeling into what it could be called. You know, the global platform of global platform. Don't make it complicated. Make it so easy. Okay, this platform is about overcoming anxiety in the workplace. This platform is going to help my people on personal branding, and it's going to my executive leadership team. It's about conscious leadership in the workplace. It's on feminine wealth energetics in the workplace. It's on productivity, time management. It could be your sales, your marketing methodology. Whatever it is, wait until you've got some content up in front of you, because something will come to you and it will just fit like a glove. So start doing that. Spend a few hours, try a few different platforms, and what will happen is one of the platforms is just going to fit. It's just going to feel like a good fit. And if the first few don't, go and try some other platforms. The list is endless. There are so many platforms you can build this on. And the name will come. So start building out your platform. And once you've chosen the right one, you either start uploading all the content yourself, use an AI transcript, so you get transcripts of your videos. So people that can't sit there and listen, they might be able to watch it while they're and read while they're at work or in a meet, or not in a meeting, that's not a good start, on the bus, on the train, etc. Once that's all built, what we want to do is we want to get our first clients, and we want to really test this and get proof of concept, get evidence, get feedback. Oh, I love all of this, but I don't love what's here. I love all of this, but this topic is missing. Because we become so engrossed in what we're doing that we miss things. Or sometimes there's double ups and we're talking about the same thing in two different videos. What we want to do is invite 5 to 10 people in your network, people you trust, to come and experience your platform. And I say this with love, not mum, dad, partner, best friend, because that's just going to come from a place of pure, oh, it's amazing, I'm so proud of you, yeah. That's not going to help anybody. A colleague, somebody that you used to work with or work for, some past or present clients. Get real feedback, but we're not going to the market yet. We're not inviting people to the free trial. And what we want to do here is be really clear that they've only got 24, 48 hours to get that feedback back to you, because we move really quickly in this space of build, launch, sell. I say this often, money loves speed, money loves impact, money loves freedom. Get that platform built, get it tested. And then what we're going to do, and I've actually got an example of one of our very successful clients. Her name is Poppy. She landed her first high ticket client on day 11 of working with us. And I want to be really specific about what she did. So everything's in front of me. Try and use this as inspiration, as how you could do this too, because we don't do paid ads. In saying that, and for full transparency, I have, I'm going to say maybe 3 to 7 clients at any time that run paid ads. The reason they do, they've got an agency, they want to move a little quicker. That's just in their DNA, paid ads work. So, Poppy, number 1, clarifying the problem that her platform solves. She was very much on the problem being the solution. She identified that her platform solves a very specific issue for corporate clients, And it's all about empowering women in leadership to thrive by overcoming workplace challenges such as imposter syndrome, burnout, and self-worth. She deals a lot in the imposter syndrome space of I'm not good enough, people are going to think I'm a fraud. I'm going to say in the last few months, probably the last month, she's added a modality in there on work-life balance, which she's had incredible feedback for. She knew companies were spending money on leadership development programs, but they often lacked a solution specifically tailored to the female workplace, the female leaders. So she created a solution to that problem. Her platform is $125K. She does an 18-month license, not a 12. She does an 18-month license. The reason being, she's been in business for 11 years, heaps of content, and just really didn't want to rush people through that process of a 12-month license. That was her personal choice. 2, we really looked at LinkedIn for her custom outreach, her exclusive outreach. We really optimized her LinkedIn profile and her LinkedIn page to build her as the authority in this space. Women in business, female leaders, female empowerment, and we really focused on imposter syndrome. Even though she's got all of these other pieces, imposter syndrome was what her best in the world statement came through. It was what her mission was, to help women overcome imposter syndrome in their leadership roles. We talked a lot in her outline about the problem her platform solves, the measurable outcomes companies could achieve, reduce leadership attrition rates by 20% in 6 months. She included some testimonials from other work that she had done, not her platform, and really highlighted her platform and what it can do. And the link, the CTA, the call to action, the free trial. So we optimized her page. We got her to repurpose some content, some white articles. She had a podcast from about 5 or 6 years ago. We repurposed those. We pulled out sections of them. Repurposing when you're curating and launching and selling your B2B global platform will be your new best friend. I mentioned earlier, repurpose the app, the AI app, check it out. Okay, number 3, we used LinkedIn Sales Navigator to start finding HR leaders and learning and development managers in industries that we could see already invested in leadership programs. Tech, finance, healthcare were the big ones. Then we did a big push around female founders, and it turned out a lot of those female founders were in the e-com, health, beauty, wellness, and fitness space. So she had some really concrete information through Sales Nav. So if you're on LinkedIn, have a look at Sales Navigator. I do believe they have a free trial. She did search filters such as job titles, HR Director, HR Manager, Learning and Development Manager, Startup Founder. Industries, what I just mentioned to you. Keywords, women in leadership, female empowerment, diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Something for you to think about is starting to build your keyword playbook. Keywords for social media, for outreach, exclusive outreach, to use in your blogs, for your SEO, for your website. I always recommend my clients choose 50 keywords, and we really start ingraining them into our language and how we're articulating what your B2B global platform does. What happens when you're a category of 1? You almost start your own language. You use words that might be different to other meanings. So unicorn for me, perfect example as a category of 1. Unicorn is spelt differently. Spelt UNICORYN, unicorn. And unicorn in business often means that rare billion-dollar startup. For me, I have used that language and I have reframed it over the last 15 to 20 years about it meaning you're the category of one. You are the one. And I talk a lot about you are the unicorn in a sea of white horses. So I'll often get people that have never heard of me before, haven't come across my content before, seeing me talk about unicorns, and they'll reach out and say, oh, can you help me with my $1 billion startup? Can you help me with my $1 billion SaaS product? It's a different language because it's a different meaning. So when you are this category of one, you're going to start using words and phrases and keywords that relate to you. For me, a B2B global platform is something that I've really curated, and I use that and articulate that language in all of my messaging, my core messaging, my brand. And you're going to do the same. So really start now. You're building the foundation. Start with those 50 keywords. All right, next. Poppy didn't do this. She hired a VA off Upwork and organised she booked her for a full week to send personalised connection requests. But instead of sending generic messages, if you're in LinkedIn, you'll get these all the time, the generic ones. Instead, hers was very personalised, and she had 3 different ones, but I will share one with you that she did approve me to share. Hello, their name. Actually, funny story, I was on LinkedIn last night and I was just going through my messages. I have a team that manages our socials, including LinkedIn. Occasionally I'll pop into LinkedIn and have a look around. And I had about, I'm guessing here, but I'm going to say 8 to 10, maybe even 12 messages. And it said, hi, and then in brackets, insert first name here. How lazy is that? So for me, delete. I'm not even reading the rest of your message. You could be teaching me how to land on the moon, how to fly into space. I'm not reading your message. So, hi, their name, their actual name. I noticed your company's recent initiatives around leadership development and wanted to connect. I specialize in helping organizations empower women leaders to thrive through our, and then her B2B global platform name. I'd love to share a quick idea about how we could support your efforts. Now, she had crazy open rates, super short messaging that really just cuts through the noise of, I've researched, I've seen what you've been working on, I've got an idea for you. And if that's going to a startup of a founder, a HR manager, a CEO, that's going to pique their interest and be like, okay, I'll find out more, and all I need to do is connect with them on the LinkedIn platform. Personalized, bespoke, custom, exclusive outreach is exactly what you need to be doing when you're playing in the unicorn universe. One of our clients has worked, I'm going to say, for 2 months to really finesse his beautiful pitch deck for his B2B global platform. It is a personalized pitch deck that goes to individuals, and he even has included a Loom video in there where he's on their website and he's talking and he's sharing ideas and initiatives, all of which are in his platform. 2 months to build something that is magnificent. It's a masterpiece. Doesn't need to take that long. We've had other clients that have done that in a day or a weekend, but he's taken the time. He hired a professional branding team, a professional graphic designer. He worked with our copywriters. It needs to be unicorn worthy. Don't just slap out a generic message. Okay. Next, you need to start doing what Poppy did, where she started a value-driven conversation. Once her connection accepted, she didn't go for the hard sell. She didn't go for the free trial. She focused on understanding their needs and to see if her female leadership platform was actually something they needed. This was done very simply. Thanks for connecting, Charlotte, Bob, Brian, whatever your name is. I'm curious, what are some of the challenges your team faces with women in leadership roles? I've been working with companies in, and she puts the same industry, on tackling imposter syndrome and retention challenges, so I'd love to hear your insights. So many messages back. People love to share their challenges. If that meant that she potentially had something that could help them solve that problem of their female leaders experiencing imposter syndrome and experiencing retention challenges, they're in. I'm all ears. I'm listening. She hasn't asked for email addresses. She hasn't asked for them to sign in on anything. There's no credit card involved. Pure value before transaction. I'm just going to see if I can help you. And what is so wonderful about this outreach is it happens really quickly. You know, sometimes you'll send someone a message on Facebook or Instagram and then you check and they haven't even seen it, or they've seen it and they don't reply. Sometimes they never reply. Sometimes they reply a week or two later. LinkedIn moves fast because people are there for business. Okay? Then they come back with their challenges. Usually that's all happens within a couple of days. With Poppy, we looked at all of her data and nothing took more than 4 days with the conversation. Everything was under 4 days. So she jumped in, answered some questions very specifically around their challenges, gave them some really great insights. Again, she did a Loom video, so she was speaking directly to them via a Loom. This isn't a generic message. It was to that person. It was answering their specific challenges. She then invited them in that message to, she has a 14-day free trial where she talked about running a beta program with select organizations to test how our platform reduces burnout and improves retention among female leaders. Love to give you access completely free, zero obligation for 2 weeks, no cost, no commitment, so you can see the results firsthand. Then she had a document attached. It was a 1-page Google Doc, which we ended up moving into a PDF. It had, after they had experienced the free trial, how much the 12-month license was, a list of different, like she had a table of contents of different content pieces, how it would actually solve the problem that they're experiencing in their workplace. And this is a big problem. This is a very, very big problem for them. They want their female leaders to feel empowered because they are leading an organization. And just a quick side note on this, many organizations and big businesses have women in business. So they will have women in business initiatives, projects, events. So you can be speaking directly to these people. Now, side note. Actually, I'll just finish this part. The pilot was a success. She signed her first few clients very, very quickly. The company saw immediate engagement from their female leaders. They loved the platform. The HR leaders were very impressed. So she landed her premium product sales very, very quickly. No nonsense, no paid ads, no sales calls. She didn't get on a call with any of these people. It took time to do the Loom video. It took time to answer their questions around the challenges, and she tied them all back to her platform. I have the solution to the problem you're experiencing. It's all in this platform. You get it all, and you get it for 12 months. It very much was a no-brainer. Now, side note. Now I forget what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Side note, I have spoken about this before. Organizations do have budgets to spend, but they have budgets. They don't have millions and millions of dollars that they can spend whenever they want. They have allocated budgets, department budgets. So often your no is a not right now, and often it's budget related. And that's okay, because now you've got a lead. You've got someone in that space that you can, if you've updated a piece of content, maybe in 3 months' time, you can invite them back. There's so many opportunities for you if it's a no. Something else I wanted to talk to you about today, and this is something that I'll just touch on so you can just be inspired and think of the possibilities for you. But again, this is very much part of our 21 days with our private clients. Referrals. Almost all of our clients have a referral program with their B2B global platform. Somebody is at a conference. How's business been going? I see that you have a lot of female leaders in the space. How's that going? Oh, well, let me tell you, I've just invested in this phenomenal global platform. This lady's name's Poppy. It's around imposter syndrome. Let me get you a connection. Let me get you a free trial. So that lady, let's say her name is Charlotte, recommends Poppy's B2B global platform to Sarah. So nice. Sarah signs up. Charlotte gets a kickback. She gets a commission. She gets a referral fee. 5K, 10K, 12K. Suddenly, not only is Poppy's B2B global platform helping and inspiring Charlotte's business, she's making money, commissions and referral fees by recommending it. Please note, to do that, 1, you need a contract, a letter of agreement, because it must be 1000% transparent. This is a referral. This is a kickback, money I'm getting. The company needs to know about it, especially if it's like a HR manager, a department head. They need to know that people are making money from that referral. Some companies do not allow it. So this is one part that must be crystal clear. You must have all of your I's dotted, your T's crossed for this as a legal, ethical transaction. However, think about it in your shoes. You have experienced purchasing the license to a platform. You recommend it and you make $5,000 every time you recommend it and somebody purchases it. You're starting to recommend that platform a little bit more. So think about that. That's bigger picture. And that's when you're really starting to scale. You're really leveraging your kingdom, your magical kingdom. PR. You're going to be invited, as I said earlier, to speak on podcasts, to share your platform. You'll be invited to conferences, to be the keynote speaker or to host a panel, to be interviewed, to do a fireside chat. You are now the unicorn in this space. People want to know more. So leverage that as much as you can by having an opportunity to promote your platform. And I'll give you an example of one of my beautiful clients, Olivia. I can't give you a lot of information. With all of my clients, I sign confidentiality and an NDA, but I do for my own training, for my own experiences, for my own social proof, if you will. I do get in writing certain things that I can share from clients and what I can't share. For Olivia, she spoke at an international conference in, was it Las Vegas? Anyway, in the States. Part of the agreement was she got paid, beautifully compensated, and then in the event booklet, her QR code was in there with she has a 30-day free trial of her B2B global platform. So the QR code, people were paying sponsorship fees, like thousands and thousands of dollars to be featured in the event booklet. That was part of the agreement. She was a sponsor. She was one of the keynote speakers. She could share about her platform on stage, and then she had the QR code. She had close to 100 people sign up for her free trial, and she ended up converting just under 20%. And as I say that, more have come in over the last few days and weeks, There are opportunities, endless opportunities. This is a limitless opportunity for you, but you have to be very strategic and very intentional. Instead of trying to do all the things and trying to be everything to everyone, we want to lean in and we want to whisper the right words in the right ear at the right time. So these decision makers at organizations have an opportunity to accelerate the know, like, trust and connection with you. They feel like, just like Poppy did, it's not a hard sell. There's no ick. They don't have to watch a 90-minute webinar and go on a sales call. They just get to experience it and see if it's a yes or a no. It does get to be that easy, but it's very easy to complicate. That's why I want you to keep it strategic. Be so intentional with your decision making every single step of the way. Hence why I created my proven methodology and framework of Unicorn. Step by step, what works. I am able to provide something that collapses time. It took me years and years and years to hone in my Unicorn methodology. So much trial, so much error. I can't even tell you how much money we spent on paid advertising. And then I realized my decision makers are not hanging out in Facebook groups and answering questions. They're not scrolling TikTok looking for a solution to their business needs. They're not on Instagram looking at how to solve a problem. They're on Instagram looking at their friends and families' vacations and their friends' kids growing up and their friends' weddings and their friends' kids' weddings and people becoming grandparents. They're on Facebook socializing. So instead of trying to be all of these places, we're going to be so strategic and so intentional. And LinkedIn is somewhere I want you to jump into today and start looking at your profile. Would I come and look at it and see you as the expert, the go-to person, the credible source, the unicorn? Would I be confused with your messaging? Would I be unsure about what it is you help people with? You need to be crystal clear. So when you do approach prospects with messaging just like Poppy's, you cut through the noise because they know you're not selling them into a webinar and a sales call. You're actually saying, what are these challenges you're having? I might have the solution for you. One of our clients, actually we've got a couple of clients that do this and do this exceptionally well. They look at the person's profile, maybe the person's recently commented on somebody's white article, or maybe they've written their own blog or article, and they'll often ask questions around that so they can get a better understanding of, can I actually help you? Because you don't have to worry about refunds or chargebacks or anything with this because they've had the free trial. They've experienced it. They know if it's a yes or a no. So there is so much for you to think about that we've really unpacked over the last 3 days. And those 2 words, strategic and intentional, need to be on your radar every single step. Otherwise, you're just going to make it too complicated. You're going to start throwing things at the wall and hoping they stick. You're going to try and do all the things instead of just honing in on what you need to be focused on and what you need to be doing. And I really hope the last 3 days have got you so excited because your own B2B platform has the potential to change your life, and very quickly. You're not in a 12-month mastermind waiting for small changes. You're not in a 12-week group with, 200 other people. You're building a masterpiece, a legacy that stands the test of time. And it's the curation of your intellectual property. So go through, watch the 3 days as many times as you need, but do the work and show up for yourself like you never have before. Show up for yourself like you never have before. If you would like to spend the next 21 days with me, walking side by side, building it out, launching and selling your own B2B global platform, send me a private message. Let's have a chat about your topic, your industry. Full transparency, it is a $20,000 US investment, no payment plans. It's $20K pay in full. We get started immediately because those 21 days are going to pass anyway. They're going to, why wait? Get started. My personal guarantee, my personal promise to you is after the 21 days, if you haven't sold your first high ticket B2B global platform 12-month license. I will continue to work with you completely for free until we sell your first high ticket offer. That is really important to me. I want you to experience success at the highest level when it comes to being beautifully compensated for your work, curating global impact, and experiencing freedom and building your dream life, your life by design. You're getting to choose how you live it. So 2 opportunities. 1, take what I've shared with you over the 3 days and do the work. Show up for yourself like you never have before. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing, what anyone else is saying. Those people are not paying your bills. Set a goal. I want to sell my first B2B global platform in the next 30 days at 75K. And as soon as I do that, I'm taking my family to the Maldives. Go, it's beautiful. I'm paying off my mortgage. I'm retiring my partner. I'm buying my dream car. I'm buying my partner his or her dream car. And make it happen for yourself. Or 2, come and work with me. Let's do it all together. Follow my proven unicorn methodology and framework, and I will work with you every single day to get your first high-ticket B2B global platform sold. And we will be celebrating. That is for sure. Thank you so much for spending your time, your precious time with me over the last 3 days. Please take action. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for approval or validation or permission from anyone. You have this one life. And stop playing small in your business and take this to the moon. You've got it. You really do. You've got this. So send me a private message. Let's chat. If you have any questions about the 3-day challenge, send me a private message. I'd love to answer any questions you have. And even if you feel inspired by what I've shared, send me a message. Let me know. I would love to know. Okay, do the work. Remember, no one is coming to save you. No one's coming to do the work for you. And it's time to say yes to yourself. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are around the world, and bye for now.